Hey, everybody, I'm Blue. Welcome to another episode of Cryptid Conversations. We're going to jump into this conversation real quick. Deep in the Highlands of Scotland, there is a large body of water that may or may not be hiding the hardest working cryptid in all of Europe. Let's jump into the conversation.
You know what, Blue?
What's up?
Everyone always wants to know where's Nessie. But you know what no one asks?
What?
How's Nessie?
Welcome to Cryptid Conversations, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Blue. With me today, as always, is Michelle and Kate, my wonderful, beautiful co-host. And I'm going to say this: we're wondering today whether or not Nessie is real
Or
or
a tourist attraction.
is she a made-up fantasy?
Well, Michelle, you ask about how's Nessie. According to some legends, Nessie's probably really pissed off.
Probably.
Well, I have another question. Why is Nessie?
Why is Nessie pissed off? Well,
Maybe she needs some Zoloft. I mean, it helps. I'm just saying.
considering, she got thrown into a body of water and created into a river by the Celtic Winter Queen out of rage, I mean, I'd be pretty pissed off too.
In the words of Drax the Destroyer, how is Gamora? Sorry. Anyway. All right. Let's get into the conversation here. Kate, give us a little backstory into the supposed creation of the Great Glen, the place where everybody sees this monster, the creation of Loch Ness.
Well, not only just the creation of Loch Ness, but apparently the creation of all Scotland by this Celtic Winter Queen that goes by many different names, but the most common that I found was Cailleach Vara.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to say that 3 times fast?
No. I do not.
So, the story goes that the Queen's maid, Nessa, was late to attend to her duties. So,
Duties.
So the Queen went into rage and transformed Nessa into a river.
Well, I have also been transformed into a river, but it takes a lot of work.
Listen, I'm not even going to go there. There's just so many things I could say about being transformed into a river.
But this is the river that flows into the lake. The loch, if we're going to be...
The River Ness.
Yes, the River Ness. And then, as I said, loch is actually a Gaelic word for lake, and Ness is possibly a Celtic Norse word that means roaring one.
Roaring one.
Which, I don't know, makes sense. I feel it makes sense. I mean, according to legend, I'd be kind of pissed off from roaring too for being turned into a river for being late.
Listen, there's a lot worse things that could happen for being late.
There is. This is true. So yeah, that's pretty much how apparently it was made according to, Celtic mythology.
I mean, we could be talking about, glaciers really rolling together and tectonic plates shifting. I mean, but that's just crazy town.
But, it's scientifically proven that the loch was a glacial construction. But, okay,
we'll go with that. I'm down.
Interesting fact. Did you know that there are mountain ranges in Scotland where the stones in Scotland match stones here in New Jersey on some of our cliff faces.
You mean the whole the Pangean theory?
Yes.
Crazy, right?
Interesting.
Same composite,
Yeah.
same stones. Very
So,
interesting.
Anyway, interesting fact.
Yeah.
Loch Ness specifically holds more water than all of the lakes combined in England and Wales.
Apparently, it's enough to submerge every human being on the planet, not once, but 3 times over.
It's a big ass lake, is what that means. Big ass
So,
lake.
there could be possibly a monster in there hiding.
Aquaphobia just kind of went up a little bit in my head right there.
There's a reason I don't go into the ocean. I am not the apex predator if I can't see the edges of
somebody who went into the Navy.
Look, the Navy, I was on a ship. I didn't have to go in the water. I was on the water.
There's a difference.
I'm not going on or near the water.
Whatever.
I'm good.
I do have the measurements for the Loch Ness.
Oh, please give them to
share.
It is 22.56 miles, 1.7 miles wide, and 750 feet deep.
So's your mom.
Oh my God.
That's what she said. Anyway. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, let's get into this part of the conversation then. What do we think Nessie is? Is it real? Do you think it's some type of misidentification? What do you think?
Yes, I believe there's some misidentification. You and I have talked about this before, and I think
Ad
you're probably closer to the actual piece. I think there was a lot of misunderstanding of what natural phenomena or natural monsters were. Kate, when was the first sighting? 565?
565 AD.
Yeah.
When I can't remember, I didn't put the name down, but
one of the yeah.
Saint something or other. I can't.
Saint Columba.
Thank you. That's the one. He pushed the monster back into the loch.
Okay, here, I'll give you the full story. Back in that time, St. Columba was walking along the banks of Loch Ness, came upon a funeral. The locals told him that the person had been killed by a water monster. At that point, St. Columba looked at one of his followers and said, "Swim across and go get that boat over there." So the guy, being a devout follower of St. Columba and the new Lord and Savior,
the Lord,
dives into the loch, starts swimming. All of a sudden, he starts being followed by what can only be described as a large water beast. Columba struck his staff on the ground, raised his hands in the air, and said, "Halt! Do not harm the man, and go no further." And the water beast was repelled by the power of God.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you like fancy little, stories, that's nice.
So,
I think my Winter Queen was cooler, but okay.
I agree.
Cooler.
No.
So I know where you're going with your response. I think there's misidentification. I think we already know that a lot of the photographs that were taken in the early sightings, um, they've already been debunked. Dude came up and, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
The famous doctor's photo
yeah,
was
the doctor's
debunked.
photo. Um,
Even the one with the 3 humps, they were like, those are
yeah,
hay bales covered with something, and you could tell because of where he says the picture was taken. In order to get that background, you have to be so close to shore and this, that, and the other thing.
yeah. No, no, I do not think that a Nessie type plesiosaur monster that is
I mean,
whatever is lurking in the bottom of a lake.
all right. I'm going to say this: anybody who thinks that it's a plesiosaur, you're out of your damn mind, because
Yes.
plesiosaurs died out in the late Cretaceous, and we're talking about a water reptile that had to breathe air and preferred warmer climates.
Yeah.
Why would it be in a freaking cold ass lake in Scotland?
Scott. Well, you know,
I mean, it might enjoy that cold ass lake. I'm just saying.
maybe it's
Listen,
like it's Nessie's
I've
version
done
of
the
the
polar
polar
plunge.
plunge.
It sucks.
Uh,
No, nobody enjoys cold ass water except for polar
I,
bears.
I don't know what to say. That's the only thing that came to mind. Okay, what do you want from me?
Ugh. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Michelle? Because you had something that you were about to say.
I was gonna say that I do think it's kind of. So I have two things to say. It's funny that sightings spring up during tourist season, and I believe Scotland's new official motto when it comes to Nessie is, "We can't prove that she's real, but we can sell more plushies."
That that should be accurate, I think.
And
I mean,
apparently, according to a site I found, the actual Loch Ness visitor site, they have a current recording since October 2025 of 1,163 sightings of Nessie.
Now,
oh,
if I like, decided one day out of the blue to like pick up and move to another country, Scotland, say, I would open up a coffee and sandwich shop at Loch Ness because you would be guaranteed, and I would have everything would be Nessie themed.
mhm.
You'd be guaranteed constant business. Would I
Loch
ever have
Ness
a Nessie
burgers.
sighting? Probably not. Would I eat a lot of eel? Yes.
Speaking of eels,
Speaking of eels, I knew I was setting you up, sir. Setting you
thank
up.
you. You set me up so well.
You say eel. Now I'm going to go get some sushi.
Fish.
Same. I'll be there in a minute.
All right.
Or 17 hours, whichever.
Anyway,
Eels. I would eat eels.
eels. After they've done multiple DNA testing of the waters there, they have found that there is a high concentration of
Of eel
eel
jizz.
DNA in the waters of Loch Ness.
Yeah.
The waters of Loch Ness are also classified as a peat bog, aka a peat lake. So the waters are a little bit more acidic.
Do you know what that is? So there's a term that scientists actually have coined for that area. It's called the mega eel theory.
Yes, the mega eel theory, which
Okay,
I
and that
had long before any of these scientists came up with it.
Yes.
and you say bog, and now I have a damn song in my head. So thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, the theory, since there's such a high concentration of eel DNA, is that Nessie could be a throwback to a progenitor of the
Oh.
species, a genetic anomaly to the species that most commonly occupies Loch Ness, which is both the conger and anguilla eels. The anguilla are quite obnoxious and just angry little bastards.
Are you sure they're not part of the Fae?
Right? They're the hobgoblins of eels. Anyway,
Hobgoblin, right?
just throw back to an earlier episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on the play.
Goblins.
Anyway, now as a genetic throwback, it would have the both conger and anguilla DNA. It would be much larger.
So what you're saying is Loch Ness is basically eel soup.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
You know, I mean, on the other hand, maybe Nessie is just a very dramatic log with commitment issues.
And the reason why you say that is because there are a lot of fallen trees in the loch.
Exactly.
That they get completely saturated, sink to the bottom, and then when they can't hold anymore,
They float.
They shoot up out of the water, float on the water for
Like
a little
Free
while,
Willy?
and then sink back down.
Like Free Willy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Yep.
Is there even a person standing there, like as he's shooting up over the water and the
Now-
famous scene?
Anyway,
Sorry.
back to what I was saying.
Now that's all I can see right now.
You're welcome.
My theory on the mega eel, I had this years before they even decided that they were going to do DNA testing of the loch. And I'm going to say this. I think there's some credibility to it.
The eel theory, yes. The plesiosaur theory, no.
Hell no.
Held to the no. Although
Hell to the mother effing no.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What was it?
Hell to the
Eels.
mother effing no.
Well, I mean, okay, so Loch Ness is very deep and very dark. It is
Very.
pulling teeth to see more than a foot in front of you in the.
I mean, would
In a
you
lot of
even want to
places, you
go
can't even see
diving?
a foot of fur.
Do we even
No.
want to go diving that deep down? Like, what
I
says
would
that there's not other things besides Loch Ness? You
No,
know,
I'm just saying that, like, I feel like Loch Ness is kind of nature's way of saying, shh, no spoilers.
I dare you to come down here, but you're not going to like it.
I can't. You know what? I can't argue that fact
Exactly.
because I agree with you on it because quite literally the loch. I mean, she keeps her dead.
Yeah.
People drown
Yeah.
in the loch all the time.
And just because of the immensity of the loch,
Yeah.
because of the
They can drag it for days; they'll never find it.
the salinity, the depth, the crevasses that are underneath, the tunnels.
Yeah.
You know, we know there's like the areas under there, like the
There's
water.
aquifers and everything like that that are under there.
Because it's so deep, there are different I don't know what it's called underwater, like jet stream kind of like
Currents
underwater that are going to hold anything down that goes down. And anytime, like the silt, as soon as you do anything down there, you get like silt what is it, silt blindness.
As soon as you disturb the bottom, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
Yeah. So,
But my question is, how the hell did someone figure out that it was 750 feet deep? Like,
okay. So, as a prior person who lived in the Navy, I had to do this one watch that was called Sound and Security. So, one of the things I had was this like really heavy bobber, like a bullet that was on
okay,
a reel that had a depth meter on it. So you keep going, lower it, lower it, lower it until it doesn't have any more tension. And then when you look at it, it says this is how deep it is. So, as you're
interesting.
pulling it, like that's what we had to do in the Navy. Like you had to do, like you had this void and you had to see how much water was in there. So you lowered this thing all the way to the bottom. And then as you brought it back up, you could see where the water line was. So you're like, oh, there's 12 feet of water in this area. But that's how you tell the depth.
Mm-hmm. That, and you
But
can even find depth through sonar.
Yeah. I mean,
with
now
how fast sound comes back.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, we've
right,
got like amazing, the computer models and the machines now that we have where you can, throw a drone up in the sky and like have it map it out in 13 seconds.
quite honestly,
Yeah.
like, we're not going to know fully until someone actually goes down and start exploring. Like,
Yeah.
but
it's
the thing
kind of like, the deepest, darkest part of our oceans. Not everyone's not going to know what's
Ooh,
down there until
the
we actually
Mariana
start
Trench.
exploring it.
The
we know
Mariana
more
Trench.
about what's on top on land than we know what's under the water.
Exactly.
And I think that's gonna. We even know more about the stars. Bless you.
Scoozy.
We even know more about the stars
Yeah.
and planets than
And
we
the
know
Earth
about our own
is
ocean.
77% water.
There's quite a bit of water that we still haven't really explored. So, like,
I mean, up until recently, we didn't know that Greenland sharks lived for 300 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the oldest one is 300.
So is your
I
mom.
mean, that kind of makes sense, though.
Believe me, I know. Old as fuck. Anyway.
Okay, so my closing for me.
Okay.
Either the Loch Ness Monster is real, or Scotland has been gaslighting us for the last 90 years.
I'm going to go with Scotland's been gaslighting us for the last 90 years.
Yeah. So
They're just sticking it to the English people that, decided to come over and take over the land. That's all.
They got to make money.
stick it to English
It's like
people.
anything.
I'm down with this. Stick it to the English people.
I'm down with that too.
1776. That's all I got to say.
Hey, listen, all I got to say is when they started sending people here because they were too uptight for England, we're starting to see that come back around. Anyway,
my family didn't come here until like 1902 or something. So
listen,
I wasn't here. Hi.
I've been here for a very long time, so we're not even going to get there.
Well,
But
yeah, according to my family history, I've been here 1700s and then 1800s, and yeah.
Listen, I'm the descendant of distillery guys. I don't pretend to know a lot. Drunkenness is a birthright in my family. But I will say this. Honestly, I think that, we'll never fully understand what's going on in the Loch. No matter how, smart we think we are, we're always
Until someone gets
a
into
couple
a
of
damn
steps behind.
submarine and goes down and actually explores the area.
But that's the thing. They have gone down in submarines, and every time they get close to the bottom, they disturb the sill, and then they can't see jack shit.
Well, maybe they need to think smarter. I don't know.
But I don't think we'll ever understand what's going on in the Loch. Honestly, I don't think it's anything as fanciful as a plesiosaur, obviously.
You know what though?
Be cool though.
Let me counter.
Okay.
If Nessie isn't real, explain all the merch. Checkmate, skeptics.
Yeah, why? Okay, so why that design? Like, someone had to seen freaking Nessie somehow and created that design for the merch. I'm just saying.
The merch. It's the merch. Sir, you did this to yourself, just so you know.
I really need to start drinking more.
I mean, it could I could see the eel thing. I could, but like at the same time, I don't know. Like it's a deep fucking lock. We don't know. It could be hiding something. It has
Look at
been
both
for
of you,
years.
but I don't bring that up, do I? Anyway.
I'm gonna come at you, sir.
Huh? What?
Ah.
Yeah, now act innocent. Uh-huh. Sure.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Anyway.
Whatever.
All right. I think that's going to bring us to a close on this episode. I mean, like I said, I don't think we're going to ever find out what the hell is going on there. I just think it's a big merchandise play for the area, and they're just trying to make some money. I mean, good on them. Capitalism. Woohoo.
Sticking it to the English.
Stick it to the English and dumbass Americans that decide to go over there.
At this point, Nessie, if real, if not real, Nessie does not owe us proof. She owes us nothing. She is rich, unbothered, and thriving in and let the
She's hanging out in the Saragossa Sea, just chilling,
chilling.
enjoying those millions.
Yeah. She's sitting back with a Mai Tai with little sunglasses on. She's like, let me just sell a couple more of these little stuffed animals. I'll edit like 2 t-shirts. I'm good.
Hey, I sold 65 t-shirts today. This is
great. Mean, even if her cut is like 2%.
Listen, she's making money hand over.
She's making 2% at the gate. Like
making money hand over fin. Anyway.
Hand over fin.
Thanks for joining us in this episode, folks. We'll catch you in the next one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode of Cryptid Conversations.